Namaste, Namaskar, Vanakkam, Jai Hind. This is Shihan Hussaini, you can call me Who, Director of Who Archery Mission. Welcome to the State Level Archery Judges Workshop. This includes training, examination and certification as an archery judge in the state level. You are in the third session, the third lecture in the Archery Judges Training Series. In the first session, I spoke on the qualities of an archery judge and the contents of the 6 rule books by World Archery. In the second session, we discussed 9 courses on organizing archery championships. In this session, we will go through 11 topics: Director of Shooting, the Tournament Judge Commission, 3. Roles and responsibilities of judges, 4. Jury of appeal, 5. Scorers, 6. Draw for shooting positions, 7. Repositioning of targets, 8. Equipment inspection, 9. Championship tournaments, 10. Program and protocol, and 11. Field of play. Now let's start with the Director of Shooting. The Judges Committee shall appoint a Director of Shooting. The organizers shall appoint a Deputy Director of Shooting and if necessary, 1 or more assistants. The Director of Shooting, his deputy and his assistants shall not have any other task during the hours of competition nor take part in the shooting. Now, let's see about Tournament Judge Commission. Judging shall be run by the Tournament Judge Commission. For international events, there shall be a minimum of 1 judge for every 7 targets in the qualification round of the target championships and for every 4 targets in the qualification rounds of the field championships. For other events, there shall always be a minimum of 1 judge for every 10 target buttresses at least. 1 judge shall be appointed. Judges shall be appointed by the Judges Committee. The Judges Committee shall notify the names of the appointed judges to the Secretary General and the organizers no later than 90 days before the first day of the competition. The Judges Committee shall receive confirmation of the judges' availability before making the appointment. If possible, no more than 2 judges shall be appointed from any one member association. The Judges Committee shall appoint 1 additional judge as chairperson. The Tournament Judge Commission shall cooperate closely with the technical delegate. At field championships, each judge shall be connected by communication equipment like walkie-talkies to the central post. The chairperson, on behalf of the Tournament Judge Commission, shall present a report on the tournament to the Secretary General. Now, in the next topic, let's see the role and responsibilities of judges. The judges' duties are to ensure that the tournament is conducted according to the Constitution and the rules and in fairness to all athletes or archers. They shall check all distances and the correct layout of the range or courses. The dimensions of the target faces and target buttresses that are set at the correct height from the ground, that all butts are set at a uniform angle. They shall check all the necessary venue equipment. They shall check all athletes' equipment before the tournament and at any time thereafter during the tournament. They shall control the conduct of the shooting and scoring. The judges shall consult with the director of shooting and the chairperson of the tournament judge commission on questions which arise regarding the shooting. They shall handle any disputes and appeals which may arise, and where appropriate, pass them on to the jury of appeal. They shall, in liaison with the director of shooting, interrupt the shooting if necessary because of weather conditions, power failures, a serious accident, or other occurrences in the field. But to attempt, if at all possible, that each day's program is completed that day. They shall consider relevant complaints or requests from the team captains and where applicable, take suitable action. Collective decisions shall be made by a simple majority of votes. In case of a tie, the chairperson shall have a tie-breaking oath. They shall deal with questions concerning the conduct of the shooting or the conduct of an athlete. These questions shall be lodged with the judges without any undue delay, and in any event shall be lodged before the prize-giving ceremony. The ruling of the judges or jury of appeal, as applicable, shall be final. They shall ensure as far as possible that athletes and officials conform to the constitution and rules, as well as to the decisions and directives the judges may find it necessary to make. Well, now let's check the topic of jury of appeal. A jury of appeal of 3 members shall be appointed by the executive committee for every world championships. The decision made by the jury of appeal is final. Appeals against rulings by the judges shall be presented in writing by team managers or appellants if no team manager has been designated. An intention to appeal, when it might affect the progression of an athlete from one stage of the competition to the next, shall be expressed in writing and lodged with the chairperson of the tournament judges commission within 5 minutes of the end of the relevant round or match, whichever applies. During the finals of match play rounds, the notice of intent to file an appeal shall be given within 5 minutes of the end of the match or prior to the start of the next match, whichever is first. The written appeal shall be lodged within the jury within 15 minutes of the end of the relevant round or match, whichever applies. An appeal is subject to a fee that shall be returned if the appeal is upheld or if the jury of appeal decides that it is appropriate. The amount shall be determined by the executive board or on an annual basis. As soon as an appeal is received, a communication to the team managers shall be made that an appeal has been made and what the appeal is all about. Members of the organizing committee or persons participating in the championship are not eligible for the jury of appeal. The jury shall be available at all times during the championship, including the day of the official practice. During match play competitions, the jury shall be present and available at the competition venue. Jury decision shall be minuted and reported to the appellant, the chairperson of the tournament judge commission, and the organizers before the beginning of the next stage of the competition or before the awarding of prizes. That's the prize distribution ceremony. Now let's move into the topic of scorers. Scorers. There shall be scorers in sufficient numbers to ensure that each target in a championship has a scorer. These scorers can be athletes or archers when there is more than one athlete per target. assigned by the organizers and who do not take part in the shooting shall not become involved in any discussion regarding the value of an arrow. 2 athletes from each group at field championship shall be designated as scorers. The scorers who are not athletes shall work under the supervision of one or more officials appointed by the organizers, who shall be responsible for the correct management of the scoring. 1 or more scoreboards of sufficient size to show the target number, name, NOC code for member association and progressive score of at least the first 8 in each event shall be maintained. In the case of electronic scoring, manual scorecards can also be kept. The arrow values and information entered on the manual scorecard are the official reference. Well, now in the next topic, we will discuss draw for shooting positions. Draw for shooting positions. The organizers shall allocate to each athlete an athlete's number. These numbers shall be worn by the athletes and be shown in the program to enable the spectators and others to recognize them. The athlete's number shall remain unchanged throughout the tournament. The draw of allocation to targets or shooting groups and the respective athlete's number shall be arranged electronically and approved by the technical delegate. Women and men, and when applicable, different divisions shall be drawn separately. In field and 3D championships, athletes from the same nations are to be separated by at least one group, whereas in other championships, athletes from the same team may all be placed on adjoining targets or shooting groups. Substitution of an athlete shall be allowed until the day before the official practice. Team officials and athletes may attend the draw, but shall not have the right to speak. Olympic Games and World Archery Championships, at the end of the ranking or the qualification round, the athletes shall be given athletes' numbers depending on the position they have gained in the qualification or ranking round. 1 to 64, 32, 104 for individuals. These athletes' numbers are to be worn up to the end of the competition. Now let's now move to the next topic, that is repositioning of target. Repositioning of targets at championships. Athletes shall be repositioned as follows. For the qualification round, judges may alter the target assignment so that there shall be no more than one athlete from the same member association on one target. Under no circumstances shall more than 2 athletes from the same member association be assigned to one target or to a target. In target archery championships, the athletes shall be seeded into the match play chart. You can see Appendix 3, match play charts, according to the position reached in the qualification round. At field archery championships, after the first day of the qualification round and after each subsequent round, according to the position reached in the previous round, the organizers shall take care that there shall be no more than one athlete from the same member association in the same shooting group. However, if this is not possible, under no circumstances shall more than 2 athletes from the same member association be assigned to a target, with the exception of the final rounds, that is semi-finals and finals. In 3D archery, the repositioning shall take place after the first qualification round and after subsequent rounds until the semi-finals, according to the position reached in the previous round and the principles set forth in the earlier article. Well, now let's check out the section on equipment inspection. On the day before the first day of competition, the organizers shall arrange on or near the practice field for the inspection by the judges of all equipment, including spares and accessories that each athlete intends to use during the competition of World Championship. But now this is going to be changed. Now there are no equipment check, it's only random check. Other games and other major international events will be implementing this very, very soon. Teams shall be called in alphabetical order. This is what is being usually done. And all athletes shall be accompanied by the team manager. Judges may request equipment to be modified or changed if found to be contravening the equipment rules while they are doing the random check. Now, only random check is going to be done, not a mandatory equipment check to save time. Now, let's check the next subject. Championship tournaments. The format for the World Championships and World Archery Youth Championships shall be: for the recurve division, a qualification round consisting of a 70 meters, that's 60 meters for cadets, round followed by an Olympic round. And for the compound division, a qualification round consisting of a 50-meter compound round followed by the compound match round. The format for the World Archery Field Championship shall be a World Archery Field Championship round. The format for the World Archery 3D Championship shall be a 3D Championship round. Archery competitions may be shot at night time, provided suitable lighting conditions can be supplied and athletes can practice under such conditions. The president may adjust the schedule of championships or games to accommodate any reasonable requirement of TV broadcasters. Such an adjustment is to be made with the cooperation of the organizers. Any adjustment shall take into account as a priority the interests of the athletes, who shall be informed of changes as soon as possible. People just can't change the schedule. All the athletes have to be informed. Now, in the next chapter, let's discuss program and protocol. The program and protocol shall be established by the coordination committee and be published in the invitation to the championships. The program of a championship shall include team managers meeting, that's number one. Then equipment inspection at random now, official practice, opening ceremony, competition, award ceremonies and closing ceremony. The schedule shall depend on the number of athletes per category and the space available. The program shall be in accordance with the guidelines of the organizer's manual. And now, finally, let's discuss the last topic for this session. And what's that? Field of play. For Olympic Games and World Championships, Olympic Games, World Archery Youth, World Archery Para, and all international events, the following finals field of play rules apply. The following items for the athlete shall be allowed: 2 bows, equipment as listed in chapter 11, athletes' equipment in book 3 with the exception of telescopes. The following items for the team official shall be allowed: 1 belt pack to carry archery accessories for the athlete or team, 1 pair of binoculars or a spotting scope with a tripod, In case of inclement weather, necessary protection in addition to clothing may be used upon approval by the technical delegate or in his absence, the chairperson of the tournament judges commission of the event. For Olympic Games and World Archery Championships, for match play competition, there can be 2 fields of play, each containing 2 targets. Well, so much so for this session. Let's recall and revise what we have dealt with till now in this session. In this session, we went through 11 topics. 1. Director of shooting. 2. The tournament judge commission. 3. Roles and responsibilities of judges. 4. Jury of appeal. 5. Scorers. 6. Draw for shooting positions. 7. Repositioning of targets. 8. Equipment inspection. 9. Championship tournaments. 10. Program and protocol. And finally, 11. The field of play. Now let's look at 10 simple questions for which you must know the answer. You should know the answer. Question number 1. Who appoints the director of shooting? The answer is the judges committee appoints the director of shooting. Now let's try question number 2. In international tournaments for target archery in qualification rounds, for how many targets there must be 1 judge? The answer is a minimum of 1 judge for every 7 targets in international qualification rounds is compulsory. Now let's try question number 3. Name 10 roles and responsibilities of judges in brief. In brief. In brief. The answer is roles and responsibilities of judges are 1. Checking correct distances and layout. Target faces are at correct height and buttresses at correct angle. Number 2. Checking necessary venue equipment. Number 3. Checking athletes' equipment at random. Number 4. Controlling shooting and scoring conduct. Number 5. Settling all disputes regarding shooting in consultation with the director of shooting and chairperson of the judges commission. Number 6. They need to handle disputes and appeals and pass them to the jury of appeal. The 7th role and responsibility will be to interrupt shooting for unavoidable reasons like weather, accident, etc. in consultation with the director of shooting. Number 8, they have to handle complaints from team captains and make collective decision by simple majority of votes and break the tie if there is any through the chairperson. Number 9, they have to deal with the conduct of shooting or conduct of athlete as soon as possible and before prize distribution. And number 10, they will need to ensure that archers and officials conform to the rules and constitution of world archery. Now let's try question number 4. What is the time limit to give an appeal in writing? What's the answer? The answer is within 5 minutes of the end of the match, and in finals of match plays within 5 minutes of the commencement of the next match, whichever is earlier. Now let's try question number 5. All these questions we need to know the answers. Can a scorer who is not shooting involved in determining the value of an arrow? The answer is no. Question number 6. What is the deadline for substitution of an archer? The answer is until the day before official practice. Question number 7. What is the minimum number of archers from same member associations that can be assigned to a target? The answer is not more than 1, but never more than 2 archers in the same target. Now, question number 8. Is equipment check for all archers before a competition mandatory? The answer is no. There may be only random check. That's a changed rule. Question number 9. What is the format for the recurve division in World Archery Championships? The answer is recurve, a qualification round of 70 meters, 60 meters for cadets, followed by an Olympic round. And finally, question number 10. What are the programs that must be published in the invitations of the competition? The answer is team managers meeting, official practice, opening ceremony, competition, award ceremony, and the closing ceremony. Well, that was a long session. It's very important for a judge candidate to know the answers to the 10 questions that I have dealt with. Hope you remember it. I will suggest to all of you to plug your headphones and listen to this third lecture in the Archery Judges Training Series many times for the details to sink into your head and your heart. Till I catch you in the fourth session, this is Shihan Hussaini wishing you future judges a happy learning and a bye-bye. Jai Hind. Thru.